character is due in large part to the many large acreage owners that currently call Milton home. How would you encourage large landowners to stay put?
Gosh, that's exactly why I'm running. I mean, the view sheds that we have need to stay. That's a big part of our identity. I grew up with horses. At one point, my parents had 28 horses, and we had an equestrian business from that standpoint. So, knowing supply and demand economics, let me tell you all exactly what happens. As we get older, and we have a farmhouse, and we decide we can't maintain it anymore, what do? Well, you get rid of the animals first. You sell the land. So who do you sell to if you don't have someone else willing to buy it from you that wants to put animals on that piece of property? You're going to sell it to a residential developer. Nothing wrong with residential developers, but it does change the character of who Milton is, and we have a lot of that. All the subdivisions of town used to be farm pastures. I don't want to see that happen. But we can't have them distracted by fighting against people within Milton already. Fighting against our own people and stopping the business community from doing anything is not the answer. What we need to do is have them promote their own equestrian center and go to Lexington and go to Louisville and promote the equestrian businesses to make sure that we increase the demand for equestrian stables within Milton, because that is who we are. If we don't go on the offensive from that standpoint, we will lose that part of our character, and we deserve better than that. We can't let that happen.
Ms. Bailey?
Thank you. We need to ensure that we're educating our landowners about conservation use valuations. It's a tool that's readily available from Fulton County, and we need to pursue that. We've talked about it, and we've also communicated that out to our landowners. We need to continue to do the same. We also need to use transfer development rights. We need to have receiving and sending areas, and that will indeed promote and save our landowners that are indeed somebody that wants to stay here and perhaps have not thought about those unique and financially sound ways of preserving their land and the horse farms.
Mr. Coons?
You're going to have residential subdivisions unless you increase demand. If the horses leave, we lose our identity. It's that simple. We need to keep that here and find a way to do that. One of the things I want to do is propose an equestrian economic development team as part of it. We need to make sure that we have the ability to go on the offensive to make sure that we're increasing that demand here. We don't just let the demand control us. We need to go out there and proactively control it, and we have the talent within Milton to do that. We have the people to do that. And let's let them make it happen.
Mr. Tart, very shortly the City Council would be naming a charter commission to evaluate the current state of the city against its charter that was enacted 5 years ago at the time of the city's creation. If you were able to change just one thing in the city's charter, what would it be, that change, and what do you believe would be the impact of that change?
Thank you for that question. In our work session just a few months ago, I think it was last month, actually looked at who was going to be in that charter commission. I have previously answered this question, and my response was there